Okay, we're back out here live at the booth. We're going to shift from Arizona to the great state of Alabama. Lindy Blanchard running for governor there in Alabama. I would probably get dismissed from this set if I didn't go War Eagle on that, all right?
Of course, War Eagle. So as ambassador, that was my call name as well. So, and I'm a graduate from Auburn in mathematics.
There you go. Oh, wow. Okay, we'll get into like your previous life, but you're here at Cpac.
I am.
And you're here as a candidate. I mean, you're running for governor in the great state of Alabama.
I'm running for governor and a conservative governor, so that needs to step out and step up for the state of Alabama, because we are the fourth most conservative state, and we need to represent that as governor.
What are some of the concerns right now as someone who lives in Alabama? What are the problems, and what would you do to address those?
Well, first of all, so I'm a mom of 8, and I've educated 7 in the state. As you're probably aware, we're 47th ranked overall and 52nd in math. And as a mathematician, I'd like to flip that totally around, but Common Core is an issue. When I served and took my children across and reprogrammed them in math, the normal math that you and I learned, they can do math now. So the first thing I would do is rip out Common Core.
Yeah. Let's talk about the economy. You know, everyone's been hurt by what's happening, 40-year high inflation, high energy costs, high food costs. What can we do to help the great people of Alabama, get past what Joe Biden has done?
I'm at the grocery store all the time. I still have children in the house, 3, and the prices are astonishing, and we can't live like that forever and ever. So as governor, I would roll back. Number one, I would freeze the gas tax, because we all have to go to work and fill our cars up.
That would be something you would do.
Yes, freeze the gas tax, roll up my sleeves, and look at what has already come in for the gas tax and where we spend it and the plan for the future. So that's why I would freeze it right away. Also on businesses, we have business privilege tax. We have occupational license, and there's some other things that we can do. Of course, we have people in Alabama that cross the Tennessee line so that they don't have to pay grocery tax. So there's some things we need to look at.
Yeah. Law and order, that has absolutely been on the forefront. I know President Trump really pushed on that, as we saw, kind of what happened the summer of 2019, and things got out of control and people weren't prosecuting crimes. That is something that you stand pretty firm on, right?
Very firm. I support the blue. I have family that have served, and certainly our state troopers need all the support they can have. And when you support law enforcement, you're supporting the backbone of the state, because without rule of law, we can't have anything.
Right. Let's talk about your speech. You're an ambassador. You're going to be talking a little bit later today. So you want to give a preview of what you guys are going to be talking about and some of your background as well.
We are discussing NATO and how the Trump ambassadors in Europe were able to beef up the NATO partners and getting them to be accountable for their 2%. And when we did that, not knowing that this Russia thing was going to happen, they have beefed up their people as well as the defense products. I came back from Europe while I was ambassador to buy Alabama defense products with NATO 2% money. So there are things that Trump ambassadors have done for NATO that have prepared NATO to be stronger today than they were 4 years ago.
And when you look at what's happening just in the last day or so with the invasion of Ukraine by the Russians, I mean, the instability in that area is something that we would have never predicted under a Trump administration.
No.
I mean, he had such a leadership and a strong stand against anybody looking to cause trouble.
He was feared and revered.
He was.
Across the world, and people would not take those risks. As ambassadors, you have privy to the top secret going on daily in the whole world. And we were able to see in real time what Russia was trying during Trump's administration, and they didn't dare cross the line that he made. And it's unfortunate that we have such a weak president, that Russia is taking advantage, and certainly next, I'm sure, will be China and Taiwan.
Yeah, and we just saw some China fighter pilots flying in Taiwan airspace. So
Yes.
to your point, that it's happening right now. Immigration, I know you're obviously not a border state, but every state is somehow, indirectly affected by illegal immigration. Any thoughts on that?
I can tell you, as governor, the first thing I would do is not allow them in, and the ones that got in, I'd be willing to take them out myself, because I was vetted as ambassador, and it went all the way back to 30, 40 years of vetting. All it takes is one bad player in your state.
Yeah, I would agree with that. All right, if somebody wants some more information, I said this, if you live in Alabama and you want more information about your campaign, now give us some dates real quickly for like as far as the election dates and what does that look like?
The runoff, or a hopeful runoff, is June 24th, but the primary is May 24th. Reach out at BlanchardForGovernor.com and War Eagle, but as governor candidate, I certainly support the whole state and Alabama as well, and Troy and all the other great universities that we have.
To your point, if you're watching us in Alabama, college football aside, you want an American first candidate that stands up and fights for Alabama and fights up for America. And, for someone in Texas, if someone's to say, gig 'em Aggies, and if I'm a Longhorn fan, and that doesn't even really affect me. I want what's best for my state, without a doubt. Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Plans for Cpac as well. I mean, I know obviously you speak later today, but you're going to hang out for a couple of days, more days, and watch the president tomorrow night?
Of course, and hopeful for a Cpac endorsement. I just had a meeting, so cross my fingers.
There you go. We'll cross the fingers for you. Once again, the website.
BlanchardForGovernor.com.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
We're having too much fun here at Cpac here in Atlanta, Florida, which, by the way, a lot warmer than it is back in Texas. I'm sure Alabama is.
Exactly.
You're nice and warm. Every time I go to Alabama, and I love Alabama, by the way.
Yeah.
Beautiful people, beautiful state. Love it. Good food.
It is.
Good food. Anyway, we've got plenty more here from the booth. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come right back. Don't go anywhere.